everyone. Welcome to the Mrs. Nice English channel. I'm Nice, your host for today's podcast. I'm so excited to have you all here.
Hi there, I'm Richard. Thanks for having me, Nice. I've been looking forward to this podcast, though I must admit I'm a bit nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous, Richard. We're just having a friendly chat today. And I should tell our listeners that our podcast is called Everyday Conversations, Introducing Yourself, where we'll cover greetings, personal information, and casual chit-chat. Perfect for anyone wanting to improve their English conversation skills.
That sounds really helpful. I definitely need to work on my conversation skills. I tend to freeze up when meeting new people.
Well, you're in the right place. By the end of this podcast, you'll be a pro at introductions. And hey, if everyone listening could please like, share, and subscribe to help our channel grow, we'd really appreciate it.
Yes, like the podcast before you even hear the rest of it. That's confidence.
That's right, we're that good. So, Richard, let's start with the basics. How would you normally greet someone you're meeting for the first time?
I'd probably just say, hi, I'm Richard, or maybe, hello, nice to meet you. Is that too boring?
Not at all. Those are perfect for formal situations. But there are so many ways to greet people depending on the context. In formal settings, you might say, good morning, afternoon, or evening. It's a pleasure to meet you. But with friends or in casual settings, you could say, hey there, what's up? Or even yo if you're feeling extra casual.
Wow, I didn't realize there were so many options. So context matters a lot, huh?
Absolutely. And don't forget about cultural differences. In America, a handshake is common, while in other countries, you might bow or kiss cheeks. It's always good to know these things.
I once went in for a handshake and the other person went for a hug. We ended up in this awkward half handshake, half hug situation. It was like a new dance move.
Oh no, the infamous social greeting confusion dance. I think we've all been there. After greeting someone, the conversation usually continues with small talk. What kind of questions do you typically ask, Richard?
I usually ask, how are you? But then I sometimes don't know where to go from there. The conversation just dies.
That's a common challenge. After how are you, you can ask about their job, where they're from, or their hobbies. For example, what do you do for work? Or have you lived here long? Or what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Those are great follow-up questions. I also struggle with remembering names. Any tips for that?
Absolutely. Try repeating the person's name right after they introduce themselves, like, nice to meet you, Sarah, and use their name a few times in conversation. It helps cement it in your memory and shows you're engaged.
That makes so much sense. I never thought of doing that.
And here's a fun idiom for you. When you're breaking the ice, it means you're starting a conversation and making people feel comfortable. So those initial questions are your icebreakers.
So I'm basically an ice-breaking ship sailing through the social seas.
Exactly. Captain Richard of the SS Socializer. Now, speaking of testing your knowledge, it's time for our mini quiz.
Oh, I love quizzes. Bring it on.
Question 1. What's an appropriate greeting for a job interview? A. Hey, what's up? B. Good morning, it's a pleasure to meet you. Or C. Yo, how's it hanging?
Let me think. I'm gonna go with B. Good morning, it's a pleasure to meet you.
We'll see if you're right at the end. Question 2. What's a good strategy for remembering someone's name when you meet them? A. Just hope you'll remember it. B. Ask for their business card and look at it later. Or C. Repeat their name immediately after they introduce themselves.
Based on what we just discussed, I'll choose C. Repeat their name immediately after they introduce themselves.
Great answers. We'll reveal if you're correct shortly. Now let's talk about another important aspect of introductions, talking about yourself. What information do you usually share when introducing yourself, Richard?
Usually just my name and maybe what I do for work. Should I be saying more?
It depends on the situation, but it's good to have a short elevator pitch about yourself. Something like, hi, I'm Richard. I work in graphic design and I've just moved here from Chicago. I love hiking and trying new restaurants. It gives people multiple topics to connect with you on.
That's clever. It's like giving them conversation hooks to grab onto.
Exactly. And here's another useful idiom. When you hit it off with someone, it means you connect well and the conversation flows easily.
I hope I'm hitting it off with our listeners today.
I'm sure you are, Richard. You're a natural, Richard. Oh, and remember idioms like break the ice and hit it off make your English sound more natural and fluent.
Are there any topics I should avoid when first meeting someone?
Good question. Generally, it's best to avoid controversial topics like politics, religion, or anything too personal like finances or relationship problems. Stick to safe topics like hobbies, the weather, food, travel, or movies until you know someone better.
So, no asking about their political views while describing my recent surgery in detail.
Exactly. Save that for at least the second meeting. Now, I think it's time for our quiz answers.
I'm ready to see how I did.
For question 1, the appropriate greeting for a job interview is indeed B. Good morning. It's a pleasure to meet you. That formal greeting shows professionalism.
Yes, got that one right.
And for question 2, the best strategy for remembering names is C. Repeat their name immediately after they introduce themselves. So you got both right. Congratulations.
Wow, I'm learning so much today.
You're doing great, Richard. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap. When introducing yourself, start with an appropriate greeting, share some basic information about yourself, ask open-ended questions, and remember names by repeating them.
This has been incredibly helpful, niece. I feel much more confident about meeting new people now.
I'm so glad to hear that. And to all our listeners, thank you so much for joining us today on the Mrs. Nice English channel. Did you enjoy our conversation? We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, and don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends who might need some help with their conversation skills too.
Absolutely. And we're also on Spotify, so please check us out there and follow our channel for more helpful English conversations.
I'll definitely be listening to more episodes to improve my English. Maybe next time I'll be the expert.
You're a fast learner. Well, that's all we have time for today. This has been Everyday Conversations Introducing Yourself on the Mrs. Nice English channel.
Thank you all for listening. Bye for now.
Until next time, keep practicing those introductions. Goodbye, everyone.